Hi, I'm Ruth Page Nelson, Executive Director of Dothan for Justice Now. We are a nonprofit independent agency in Dothan, Alabama that is focused on judicial corruption, public corruption, and police corruption, which is so widespread that it's just a travesty. We're here today with a young lady who is at the beginning stages of being caught up by the Dothan policing practices that we have been addressing in our organization. Can you please introduce yourself? Tell us a little about your story.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Smith. I'm 34 years old. I was born and raised in Dothan, Alabama. I moved to Georgia to attend college while maintaining my permanent address in Dothan, Alabama. This is my story from 2003 to current 2017. I purchased my vehicle with a local dealership where it was financed through a financing company out of Dothan, Alabama. While in college in Georgia, I let my friend use my car but never authorized them to take ownership of the vehicle.
So now we're here today because Jasmine has took the initiative to go and report the illegal transfer of her vehicle. Tell us about that. How did you find out that there was something going on with the paperwork on your vehicle?
I checked online about the registration of my second vehicle, and while doing that, I realized that someone had attained registration online or in person to get a tag out of Dothan, Alabama. I went to the local tag office and spoke with the supervisor. Upon speaking with her, I was told that someone had came in and had a replacement title and a bill of sale to attain ownership of my second vehicle.
So they actually just converted that property without you even having knowledge that this had happened?
Yes, correct. While speaking with the supervisor, she stated to me that she needs to see my driver license so that she can verify the signatures. Upon doing so, she realized that the signatures was different and that I needed to go to the Dothan Police Department and take out a report for forgery.
So then you went over to the police department, made the report for forgery. Tell us what happened after that. Did someone investigate it? What did they find out? What did they tell you?
Yes, after making my police reports and getting my case number, I was assigned to Investigator Terry Nelson to take over the case to investigate what was going on with my case. I spoke with Officer Nelson probably a week after I reported the case, and he told me that he was going to do his research and that he would get back with me. While doing so, maybe 2 weeks later, I reached out to him again, and he had told me that he did his research and he found out that that was not my signature on their replacement title or the bill of sale.
So he ascertained that this had been a forgery, literally.
Yes, correct. And so we're moving forward to still in 2016. I spoke with him briefly maybe one more time, and he stated to me that he would be taking up charges on the individual for forgery and an address that was not my address. That I've never
false address.
The false address. Yes. I spoke with Officer Nelson in March of 2017. And he stated to me that he would be trying to arrest the individual and bring him up on these charges.
Okay, so he indicated in March that he was going to move forward with those charges he had discussed with you, that he had identified this individual having perpetrated.
Correct.
Okay, so now we're in March 2017. Tell me what happens.
March the 10th. While coming back home from picking up my daughter from school, when I got to my home, there were 6 police officers waiting at my home for me. Well, they was at my home and they was waiting for me. When I got here, they asked me, was I Miss Smith? And I stated to them, yes. They kept asking me about a certain individual and asking me, do they live here? And I was telling them, no, they do not live here. So they asked, could they search my home? I let them search my home. After searching my home, the officer said to me that he would place me in handcuffs just until he could figure out what was going on. Once he placed me in handcuffs, I was told that I had a fugitive warrant out of Dothan, Alabama for theft of property too.
So that a fugitive warrant means that you're actually fleeing from justice. You only went there to get justice because your property had now been converted or forged, etc. So
Yes.
did you understand it? Did they explain to you what property you had supposedly stolen by reporting a forgery?
No, at this time they didn't explain. The only thing they told me was that they just had a fugitive warrant out of Alabama, and that is all that they knew at that time.
How did you find out later? What took place after that?
I was transferred to the local jail. That was one of them. And then I was transferred to another local jail where I stayed there 10 days before I was transported back to Dothan, Alabama.
And what is this theft of property? How does reporting a forgery, because someone now has created a bill of sale and ordered a new title and taken your vehicle illegally, how does that translate into theft of property for you?
On the warrant, when I obtained my warrant stated that I was being charged with U.S. currency in the amount of $2,273.
And where was this theft allegedly, where had it taken place? What is the location?
The location was the Houston County Probate Tag Office in Dothan, Alabama.
This is so typical of Dothan. Our people are afraid to report crimes because this is the outcome. And this is what Dothan for Justice is focused on ending. So now you're saying you were accused of theft of property, taking U.S. currency at the tag office.
Yes.
Go ahead. Now what happens? You're in jail, you're brought back, you're extradited, you're transferred with public money, cops all around your home, 10 days in one jail out of town. Now you're transported using the public money back
Yes.
to Dothan and told that you've stolen some cash from the tag office.
Yes, correct. That's all that happened. And now I still don't have possession of my vehicle. The possession is still in the hands of my friend.
So the police has not assisted, they haven't located and returned your property, addressed the forgery, they simply attacked you. And you were working at the time, you told me. Now you're a single mom and you're working. What happens?
I was asked to resign from my job until I get this situation dealt with.
And people, this is the very beginning. She doesn't know much about this. This is a created police report in order to take this young woman into custody from another state, bring her back to Dothan, and accuse her on paper, on warrant. I saw the warrant of stealing U.S. currency after she reported the forgery of a title, tag, etc. So we will follow the story, and we will keep you posted. We just hope that you'll join us.